Hello, welcome to ViceGrip Garage. Those words became a familiar greeting to millions around the world. A man in a dusty garage, surrounded by rusted engines and broken dreams, talking like a friend, fixing cars the way most people wish they could. Derek Bieri's channel grew from a simple idea: restore old cars with basic tools and share the process honestly. Now, ViceGrip Garage has more than 2 million followers and nearly 800 million views. The brand expanded into a TV show, sold merchandise, and turned junkyard vehicles into legends. But recently, something changed. Videos slowed down, events were missed. The garage seemed quieter. Fans began asking the same question: what happened to Derek Bieri? The answer isn't a scandal or a breakdown. It's a shift in purpose, one that reflects the challenges of turning passion into a career without losing the thing that made it real. A childhood built on repair and resilience. Derek Bieri was born on May 16, 1984, in Minot, North Dakota, a place where winters were harsh and survival required self-reliance. Growing up on a rural farm, he learned early that broken machines had to be fixed immediately. There was no waiting for professional help. His mechanical skills came from his father and grandfather, who spent their lives working under the hoods of old trucks. Derek learned to listen to engines like they were speaking, to recognize the smell of burnt oil, and to interpret vibrations in the steering wheel as warnings. This wasn't education, it was immersion. The farm taught him the language of machines and the value of resourcefulness. Every tool, every part, and every repair carried meaning. When he later became famous, that foundation remained the core of his work, a belief that with enough determination and creativity, anything can be brought back to life. From office life to garage freedom before becoming a YouTube star, Derek worked as an automotive technician and later climbed into executive roles within the auto parts industry. He ran retail operations and managed distribution businesses, earning financial success. But office life left him feeling hollow. In a 2023 interview with Sick the Magazine, Derek admitted he looked around one day and realized he was living a life he didn't even remember choosing. He missed the hands-on work, the satisfaction of fixing something with his own hands. It was the kind of moment that forces a person to reconsider their path. Derek wanted to return to what he truly loved: cars, tools, and honest effort. And in 2017, he found a way to do it. Not through a polished studio, but through an old iPhone taped to a garage door. That simple setup would become the beginning of a global movement. The birth of a channel, raw, honest, and real. In 2017, Derek recorded the first ViceGrip Garage video using an old phone, no script, no music, just him trying to start an abandoned car with a battery and a few tools. The video only earned a few thousand views, but the raw, unfiltered style struck a chord. People were tired of flashy, scripted content that felt fake. They wanted real restoration, something they could actually do. Within months, the channel began growing steadily, offering affordable and practical restoration tutorials. From 2018 to 2020, Derek uploaded weekly videos, showing viewers how to bring old cars back to life using temporary but effective methods. He used zip ties, plastic fuel lines, manual fuel pumps, and even old oil filters, practical solutions that were safe enough and genuinely achievable. His honesty made viewers feel empowered. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. He was teaching them that restoration doesn't need $1 million garage, just patience and skill. The rise to stardom and the birth of independence. By mid-2022, ViceGrip Garage had reached 1.39 million subscribers. By mid-2025, the channel had grown to around 2 million subscribers and 756.7 million views, with videos averaging 1 hour and 35 minutes, longer than most YouTube content, but watched anyway. Derek's approach was simple: explain every step, show the mistakes, and keep the audience engaged through humor and sincerity. One car became especially iconic: the 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle, nicknamed Independence. Derek drove it in SIK Week 2022, a multi-day drag event in Florida. After covering over 1,000 miles, the car still ran a 9.73-second quarter mile at over 140 miles per hour. Derek called it a symbol of resilience. He said Independence was scratched and beaten, but like the country, it never gave up. That message resonated deeply with viewers who saw themselves in the battered but unbroken vehicle. The Vice Grip formula, DIY restoration. Without the drama, Vice Grip Garage's success wasn't built on special effects or high budgets. It was built on methodical restoration and a familiar voice that made viewers feel at home. Derek's projects focused on American cars from the 1960s to the early 1990s. Vehicles found abandoned in barns or junkyards. His low-budget style used hand tools and basic equipment, often without lifts or modern diagnostic machines. The videos followed a clear structure: inspection, problem-solving, starting the engine, and a real road test. Derek explained each step with a friendly tone and occasional jokes, making viewers feel like they were standing beside him in the garage. His opening disclaimer, "I'm not a professional, I'm just a guy in a garage," was more than a joke. It was a promise. He showed viewers that restoration was possible and that perfection wasn't required. It was the opposite of polished reality TV, and it became the channel's signature, from YouTube to television. Roadworthy rescues. In September 2022, Derek expanded into television with Roadworthy rescues on Motor Trend. The show quickly became popular, and by 2025 it had entered its third season, even as many automotive shows were cut by networks. Each episode ran over 40 minutes, documenting Derek's travels across America to rescue and restore forgotten cars. The TV format required intense travel and a structured production schedule, which began to limit the time Derek could dedicate to YouTube. Yet he refused to compromise quality. He continued producing long videos, maintaining a weekly rhythm even when the workload increased. This balance reflected his commitment to his fans. He did not want the channel to become a content factory. He wanted it to remain genuine, educational, and true to the roots that made it popular. The family behind the garage. The success of Vice Grip Garage wasn't built by Derek alone. His wife, Jessica, and their 3 sons are the backbone of the operation. Jessica rarely appears on camera, but her role is essential. At events like SIK Week, she manages logistics, equipment, and schedules. Derek has openly stated that he couldn't complete half the journeys without her support. Their sons were raised with the same DIY philosophy: learn by doing, solve problems, and don't rely on machines to fix everything. The youngest, Bentley, became a familiar face on the channel and runs his own channel, Little Grip Garage, where he repairs go-karts and mini bikes. Derek supports him without controlling him, passing on a mindset of practical skills rather than celebrity. The family operates like a small, effective crew, no big production team, just real people doing real work. A shift in pace. Why videos became less frequent. Since 2023, fans noticed a change. Uploads became less frequent. Events were missed. The channel's rhythm slowed. But the reason wasn't scandal or burnout. It was growth. Derek's life became more complex. Between television, travel, and major restoration projects, producing a 90-minute video every week became difficult. He began intentionally reducing his upload frequency to 2 or 3 videos per month. He explained during a live stream that he refused to turn the channel into a content factory. He wanted to maintain authenticity and avoid losing himself. At the same time, he focused on long-term projects, including building a purpose-built drag car for his family to safely travel to events. This shift represented a new phase, moving from pure restoration to building a sustainable legacy. A trusted figure in the automotive community, Derek's public image remains clean and respected. He avoids controversy and drama, choosing honesty instead. In October 2024, fans spotted him at Walt Disney World. A photo of him standing in line with his family went viral on Reddit, captioned, "Very friendly." Derek did not refuse photos or autographs, showing he remained grounded despite fame. His income now comes from more than YouTube. He sells merchandise, OEM tools, personalized shoutouts on Cameo, and restored vehicles through auctions. Many of these cars were sold to ensure they would be used, not stored. Derek also collaborates with major brands like Motion Raceworks, Holly Performance, and Bear Brakes, often offering technical advice rather than simple promotion. His reputation as a trustworthy and genuine figure continues to attract fans and industry partners. Outro: the next chapter of Vice Grip Garage. Vice Grip Garage is no longer just a YouTube channel. It is a culture, an idea that real work, honesty, and resourcefulness still matter. Derek Bieri's journey from a rural farm to national fame proves that passion can become a career without losing its soul. The slowdown in videos isn't the end of Vice Grip Garage. It is a new beginning. Derek is building a future that protects his family, supports his fans, and keeps the DIY spirit alive. If you've ever learned something from his channel or felt inspired by his work, now is the moment to stay connected. Share his story, leave a comment about your first restoration project, and subscribe to follow the next chapter of one of America's most enduring voices in classic car culture. Because the garage may be quieter now, but the engine is still running,